Welcome to Brown Sugar Yoga. I'm Larissa, and this is the Sweet Spot Foundation series. Man, I don't know about y'all, but 2015 was a crazy year. But in spite of that, I'm really excited about the promise 2016 holds. That being said, I'm going to switch things up a little bit here at Brown Sugar Yoga. Last year, I had so many questions from folks wondering how to start a yoga practice, what poses to begin with, and what's the point? What's all this yoga stuff about anyway, right? So never fear, friends, I heard you, and I've decided to dedicate all of 2016 to exploring the foundations of yoga, of life, of mental and spiritual health, whole body wellness, and all that good stuff, right? Every month we are going to focus on a theme, and every week we will discover a new pose. So we'll explore everything from proper form and preparation, how the pose impacts our musculoskeletal and endocrine systems, and its impact on our energy centers. And I'll even throw in a bit of yoga philosophy just to help you understand the why behind the practice. So now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's jump right into our first pose. It's called Balasana, or child's pose. If you've ever taken a group yoga class, you may recall the instructor saying, whenever you need to, take a child's pose. That's because child's pose is a safe space on the mat. It's like home. I mean, think about it. You get tired, you get weary, you get lost. Where you want to go? You want to go home, right? Just want to go home. That's what child's pose is. It's home. It's a great place to begin your practice, and if you reach your physical limit during your practice, you can always return to it. So roll out your mat, grab a block, 2 blankets or towels, and let's explore child's pose. It's important to remember that yoga is a personal practice. No one pose is going to look the same in any 2 bodies. So you really have to find your sweet spot. I'm going to teach you a couple of variations of child's pose, and I invite you to experiment with each one, and from there you can kind of choose your own adventure. Sound good? All right. So journey number 1, we begin on our hands and knees. The knees can be together or slightly apart. Bring the tops of your feet down onto the mat and allow your big toes to kiss one another gently. Send your hips back onto your heels and rest your belly and chest on the tops of your thighs. Your arms can drape alongside your legs, or you can walk your fingertips forward until you feel a nice stretch in the side body, and then lower your palms down to the mat. Couple of things here. If your forehead does not reach the earth, grab your block for support. You can just slide it right underneath your head and rest on it. If your hips do not reach your heels, you can grab your blanket or your towel, roll it up lengthwise, and place it between the backs of your thighs and your calves to get a nice little cushion back there. Right? Now let's head on over to journey number 2. Journey number 2, we begin on our hands and knees again. This time we're going to take the knees nice and wide, perhaps the width of your mat if that feels sweet to you. Again, tops of feet come to the mat, big toes kiss one another, and we're just going to send our hips back onto our heels once again. And we're going to allow our hearts to melt into the earth. Arms can drape alongside the legs. Palms are up if you're choosing this variation, or you can walk your fingertips forward until you feel a really nice stretch in the side body and perhaps the mid and upper back, and allow the palms to rest on the earth. Same rules apply here in terms of modifications. If your forehead doesn't reach the mat, grab your block for support, like so. And if your hips are hovering over your heels, grab your blanket, place it between your backs of your thighs and your calves, and you find your child's pose. This is a really great variation if you are on the bustier side. Sometimes the girls get in the way. Or if you carry your abundance in the front. This creates more space for you. Another option, if your chest is not quite reaching the earth, is to create a bolster. So we'll wrap a blanket or a towel inside of a blanket, create a nice bolster, and we'll place it between our legs, and we'll rest our heart on it. This time we're going to turn our head to the side so that we don't smother ourselves. We don't want to do that. That's not very yoga-like. And you can just hang out here. Again, child's pose is like home. This is truly a resting posture, so you really don't want to feel like you're doing any work, okay? All right, so now that we have our journeys defined, let's go ahead and choose your own adventure. Find your sweet spot, and I'm going to do the same. So now that we've all chosen our adventure and we found our sweet spots, let's take a moment to take a few cleansing breaths. Take a deep inhale here, in through the nose. And exhale. Again, inhale in through the nose. And exhale. Feeling more and more relaxed into the posture. Now let's tap into what's going on inside the mind, because that'll give us a lot of insight into what we're feeling in our bodies. So we'll take a deep inhale here. And as we exhale, just say one word that describes how you're feeling at this moment. Grateful. So let's dedicate this practice to welcoming more of that energy or releasing that energy if it no longer serves us. This is called setting an intention. Continue your breathing. On your next inhale, bring your attention to the base of your spine or your tailbone. And as you exhale, release any tension you feel in this area. Allow it to crumble into the earth, feeling more rooted and grounded and safe. On your next inhale, bring your attention to your lower back and the area below your belly button. And as you exhale, allow any tension to drift away, knowing you are the source of life and abundance. On your next inhale, bring your attention to your mid-back or the center of your tummy, your core. Breathe into this space deeply. And as you exhale, release any tension. Allow it to melt away, knowing you are the source of power and you are capable. On your next inhale, bring your attention to your chest and upper back. Allow this region to lovingly expand with air. Release any tension, knowing that you are peace and you are loved. On your next inhale, bring your attention to the base of your neck. Allow any tension in the neck and shoulders to echo until it quiets into the distance. sensing the space that surrounds you. On your next inhale, bring your attention to the area between your eyebrows. Notice any dark corners or negative thoughts. Allow them to be bathed in light. And as you exhale, envision that light emanating from you, filling the room, and eventually reaching every soul on the planet. On your next inhale, bring your attention to the crown of your head. As you exhale, know that you are an infinite being, child of God, the universe. You are the reflection of the purest form of consciousness. And take one more inhale here. And exhale. This time as you inhale, bring a little movement into your body. Exhale, release any tension that may be remaining. And when you're ready, use your hands to bring your body up. Curl your toes under. Set your hips back onto your heels. Bring your hands to prayer, thumbs at heart center. And that is child's pose. I hope you enjoyed exploring Balasana, or child's pose, with me today. And I hope you enjoyed the little meditation / visualization piece at the end. So what is the point? Why bother practicing child's pose? There are a few things. First of all, it encourages the inward flow of energy and breath awareness. So if you think about how we spend our days outwardly engaging with people, coworkers, friends, family, giving away our energy, child's pose is that opportunity to go inward, to be a little selfish. It also decompresses and elongates the lower back, so it gives the kidneys and the adrenal glands a nice little massage. It's great for stretching and opening the back body. Like, what the heck is a back body? So we are frontally oriented creatures. We do everything from the front. So when we compress the abdomen and the chest area, it encourages us to breathe into other areas of the body. This is a great way to show your spine some love. It's great for digestion and for improving menstrual discomfort, fantastic for stretching the hips, and it calms the mind. So it reduces stress and anxiety, and who couldn't use more of that? So this concludes our journey through child's pose. I hope you enjoy hanging out with me. I totally enjoyed making this video for you, and I hope you learned a little bit along the way. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments box below. I would love to hear from you. And you can also hit me up on Facebook /Brown Sugar Yoga, on Instagram @Brown Sugar Yogi, and on Twitter and Periscope @Brown Sugar Yogi. I hope you have a fantastic week. Remember to find your sweet spot, practice with intention, and don't force the flow. Thank you for watching.